Hi Pisces, I hope you guys are doing great today. So welcome to your October 1st to the 5th reading, general reading for our Pisces friends who are Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Pisces. So let's talk about the astrology that's going on for this week because there's a lot going on. This is a crazy month, so I'm taking it a little bit more in piecemeal. So let's start with October 1st. We have the full moon in Aries that's going to be conjuncting Chiron that's retrograde. Guys, I've been talking about Chiron being retrograde, right? Since the end of the summer, I made that video. You guys are going to be having this in your second house of resources, things that you value. It's not only money, it's money, but it's other things. It's everything that you value. And with Chiron retrograde in there, there's going to be this need to, I'm kind of calling this it's like a very sort of psycho-emotional energy, because there's going to be a lot of internalized crisis here, where there's going to be this looking at old shame, old guilt, and this need to let go of old pain that surrounds anything having to do with money and things that you value. What do we value? We value money, but we also value like our home. We value the food we put in our mouth. Like what, it's anything that matters to us really is that second house energy. So we have that going on in the first. So that might be kind of stressful because we have that full moon is in Aries nonetheless, right? Which is that, come on, let's go. Let's fix this kind of energy. But it really is to level us up, like no joke. Like this is just all very necessary, right? So we have that going on in the first. And then on the third, we have beautiful Venus is going to be in Virgo in your seventh house of partnerships. So Pisces, I mean, this can be, now I want you to understand something. The seventh house of partnerships is not the falling in love, you meeting somebody new, all of that. That's fifth house energy. Seventh house energy is where you already have that shared soul connection. So that's why we usually refer to it as like either a very serious long-term relationship, or there is a serious history connected, or there is a marriage, or it could be a business partnership because you have that shared soul purpose. It could even be a family connection, a friendship connection where you guys have the shared soul purpose. So you have beautiful Venus in there with Virgo. And why do I love this? Because Virgo is the problem solver of the zodiac. It just is. I mean, it's very critical, so it's not always comfortable, but it's where solutions are found. Having Venus in this problem-solving energy in the seventh house could be beautiful for business partnerships, family connections, friendship connections, because you guys have been kind of going through it with friends this year too. I mean, you've had the stellium, right, in your 11th house. You've been going through a lot with that, but your 11th house is also your goals and wishes. It's not only friends. Your friends might be fine. It might be all about your goals and wishes, but having to do with that seventh house energy, really good, great energy, Pisces, for fixing relationships, working on your marriage, working on that long-term relationship that maybe you've gone through a struggle with. Great energy for partnering up, like, meaning, in like a business connection, hiring employees, really good employees, connecting in any kind of work environment with somebody who has this shared soul kind of connection with you. Really nice. I really like that. So that's happening on the 3rd. And then on the 4th, speaking of that stellium, right, that's been hanging out in your 11th house for like what feels like forever, retrograde forever, right? Everybody's retrograde. Well, Jupiter got out of retrograde the middle of September, Saturn the end of September, and now here on the 4th, Pluto, the third leg of the stellium, is finally coming out of retrograde. So this is indicating that there needs to be transformation right now, Pisces, in your 11th house of goals and wishes, and what is it that you need and want as far as your life moving forward. And there's going to start to be some forward movement, because you might have been caught in this trap of confusion because of the retrograde energy in there, which is okay, just totally fine. But now there is going to be this moving forward. So that's on the 4th. And then on the 5th, we have, to me, what's going to be the best day of the year, of the month, or maybe of the year, one of the better ones of this crappy year that we're having. But it's minor grand trine, right? So this is, you have the moon in Taurus in your 3rd house, Neptune and you guys in Pisces in your 1st house, and then Jupiter and Cancer in the 11th house. So this could mean a bunch of things. This could mean you feeling very emotional about communication that you've been really wanting to have, that positively impacts your future goals, your future plans. So maybe it's having that conversation with that person that you were in a relationship with and you guys have been in a bad space and you're having that air clearing. This could be somebody that you were working with where you had a falling out, you have that air clearing, right? This could also indicate signing a paper is very much a third house energy, right? Having the moon in Taurus in the third house. Remember, the moon is Luna, it's mother, it's our emotions, it's what we need to feel safe and secure. And Taurus is ruled by Venus. So we have this in the third house of communication. So there's going to be a softening, a positive vibe to whatever you're communicating with. Also, because third house also indicates signing contracts, this can go really well as far as if you need to sign any papers that begin some sort of dream for you, like AKA opening up your own business or doing something like that, right? So it's very positive for your future, right? This could be learning something about yourself, though, Pisces, that up to this point, for some reason, up to now, you've been blind to. And that this realization ends up opening up a new path for you. For some of you, it's going to be just for friends, new friends, right, that are going to be open to you right now, or just a new path for your future and goals and plans. So really nice energy, really nice on the 5th. Does it mean that everything's going to happen like that? No, but the energy has to start somewhere. And I feel like this is where a lot of seeds are going to be planted to kind of roll out over the next year. So we're going to be using Healing Oracle, Heal Yourself Oracles. Look at this Phoenix rising, beautiful. Beautiful. So the Phoenix rising does not... It's not necessarily a time to create anything brand spanking new right now, Pisces, right? Everything in your life right now may feel like it's sort of, for lack of a better term, and I know this sounds dramatic, but is falling apart in order for you to rise, though, up from the ashes with some sort of renewed strength. And that's what this means, right? But, you know, yeah, not a good time to create anything brand spanking new right now, but a time to sweep away everything that hasn't worked in your life. The reason so many things are breaking down right now for you, you may be feeling that way anyway and not going your way, is because the old cycle of your life is completing. It's trying to complete. So you may feel that you're walking through the fires of life right now in order to be cleansed and purified for this rebirth, but you're not going to even recognize yourself pretty soon because you are reclaiming your spirit in many ways, on many levels. Now, for many of you, does this mean that you're all going to be ending relationships, getting divorced, leaving your job, whatever? No, it doesn't. But what it can mean is if a way of doing that relationship or a way of doing that job hasn't been working, that needs to end. That needs to be swept out. If it wasn't working before, it's not going to work moving forward unless a completely new, honest, open approach is had, regardless of what it is, whether it's a friendship, a family connection, a relationship, whatever it is. It doesn't matter, right? So a good idea here, though, if possible, and you guys are good at this, try to isolate a little bit, right? Because you guys are that 12th house of like hidden energies. Just try to isolate yourself from the chaos surrounding you. So anything that is chaotic, you want to just sort of like, hold it at bay. Because now's the time for you to feel any pain that you've previously suppressed so that you can heal it. So the universe has a plan and opportunities that are better than you can imagine, but you have to let go and just trust and allow yourself to anticipate what's happening. Because when you allow yourself to anticipate what's happening, what's coming to you, you remove those blocks that are getting in your way, right? So really nice, beautiful energy, Pisces, very nice. Good stuff. All right, so we're going to pull the Light Seer Tarot, and we're going to pull a double spread for the most messages, past, present, near future, and final outcome. After that, we'll pull the Lenormand with qualifiers with the Crystal Visions Tarot, okay? And then we'll throw some Astro Dice. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel like you're definitely in a mode of self-protection right now. But you're needing to make a decision, Pisces. You're needing to make a decision about that relationship, about that career move, the job situation, whatever it is. Get the Magician. Okay, Temperance. Okay. The Wheel. All right. Okay. I like that. We got the Eight of Cups with the Strength energy. Some of you might be walking away from your ego, which is not a bad thing. We'll give a couple of different interpretations of it. Okay, so we have, in the recent past, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and that is working with the Lover's energy as well as the Wheel. So, Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles energy is a desire for long-term security, right? This is the energy that you've been embracing coming into this. And because of that desire for long-term security, you might be, maybe were viewed as being greedy, stingy, holding too close to your money. Maybe nobody was considering you that, but you were doing that. You were holding very close to your money. But this could also indicate being in a mode of self-protection for some of you, having to do with a relationship or a situation at work or a family situation, but feeling this energy of holding, right? This holding to. Now we have the Wheel energy. So the Wheel is a Jupiter energy, and it's about a turning point. There is certainly a turning point, but the turning point involves here taking a chance on something. There's a gambling element to this. Now, it is a good fortune card because it is ruled by Jupiter, but it is about gambling and luck. Okay, taking a chance on something that is likely going to go really well. Now, in the Lover's energy, we have this need to make a choice, like right that I mentioned. This can have to do with relationship. This could also have to do with a business partner or a family or friendship connection. But the main thing here, the common denominator here has to be that there is a shared soul connection and a shared soul purpose. So Lover's energy is about partnership, but it is about deep love, but a choice, right? And what is the choice? The choice is, do you want to put all of your energy into something and trying to make something work that you know going in is not going to be perfect? It's not perfect now. That's the decision. You know, it's not running off into the sunset, even though it looks like that's what they're about to do, right? It's a beautiful card, but that really is what it means, is that, you know, really asking and answering that big question. And now what would be necessary in order for that to work out would be this idea of temperance. So something about the situation requires balance and harmony and patience and self-control and moderation. But also, and in that, what does that mean? That means really hearing each other. Now, whether this has to do with a relationship, a job situation, a business partner, whatever it is, it's not okay to just speak out what you need, and it's not okay to just sort of be a blank, closed off board that somebody is trying to speak to. Everybody has to have their ears open to what everybody wants, needs, and desires in this. What do you need? What do they need? What does the situation need in order for it to work? In order for that good fortune, that turning point to be a positive thing in your life, right? Yeah, so this is what we have working in the past, coming up to this energy. This is what is necessary, okay, coming in to this first week of October. Now we have this first week of October, you walking away from something, Pisces. Now, I did say initially, I said, because the Eight of Cups is withdrawal, it's retreating, it's moving on, it's abandonment. Okay, now this is a Saturn and Pisces energy. So this can very well be the challenges that you feel that have been obstructing your life, Pisces. You are looking to leave in the past. You don't want to take them on your journey with you anymore. You know that they're not serving you. You're ready to shed that skin and just move on. Now, when we have the Strength energy, you could be releasing part of the ego where it's you know, the negative manifestation of ego. But the Strength energy is a beautiful energy because it's about self-love, unconditional love, self-respect, and courage. And so this is, you're very brave right now. You're very brave in how you're looking at yourself. You're very brave in how you're looking at your life, and just in how you're trying to just really pull it all together. I really think that's beautiful. We have the Ace of Pentacles with the King of Wands. I really like this. If work has been an issue for you and you've left work, okay, and you're very focused on your creativity, maybe opening up your own business, or really embracing some sort of idea, right? Because remember, the strength card is Leo. Leo's the landlord of the 5th house, which is all about creativity, entrepreneurial efforts. It also has to do with children, having children, our own children. It could also, it's a house of romance as well. And how you connect with your partner on a Monday through Sunday. It's the act of sex. It's all of that. And it's facing all of that in a very sort of courageous way where you're respecting yourself. And I really like that. But if it does have to do with career, the Ace of Pentacles does indicate, this could indicate a new job, a raise, a promotion. This could also indicate a new investment, indicate a new home. For many of you, a new home that you're going to feel really, really excited about. We have the King of Wands energy here. This is about a really bold leadership here, which is nice, right? And being very courageous. So there's a lot of courageous energy here. You're going to be very brave right now. So I do like that. Now, some of you may be walking away from a relationship. Okay, where you're realizing that it just became too heavy and there was nothing about it that was ever going to be able to work for you. And you're very focused on romance, new romance though. This is about focusing on trying to fall in love, find that person that really speaks to your soul. Focused on romance, right? That really is that 5th house, focused on that. And if you do that, this does indicate a new connection coming about, you know, and there being a lot of energy here between the two of you with the King of Wands. What I like about it is that because it's a Cancer and Leo energy, even though it's very fiery and very passionate, you know, sometimes, you know, too much passion and not enough of the other stuff goes nowhere fast, right? But there's also this element of security and home and safety about this energy. For those of you who are going to be leaving somebody, you're leaving a relationship and you're meeting somebody new. So this is going to be like in the first week of October, you would be, you know, leaving the connection and meeting somebody new. Okay, so, you know, maybe you made the decision, because obviously this is a general message. You're not all going to resonate with it the same way. Maybe many of you are realizing that what's necessary in order to make a relationship work is not something that you're actually really willing to do. You know, you may be realizing that, so that you walk away and you end up meeting somebody new. So those are the different ways that we can understand this. Now, coming into the near future, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. So Ace of Cups, this is obviously could be a new baby. This is a new relationship, a proposal, marriage, a new job that speaks to your heart space. This could, and it's working with the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a really reliable energy, very patient, is very hardworking. You know, but then we have it working with the 4 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Well, I love the 10 of Pentacles here. The 10 of Pentacles is your ability to leave a legacy behind, doing really well with money. It's just going to be so about money right now, Pisces, for you. I just feel like, yeah, but 10 of Pentacles is a great energy for money. This is a family energy. So maybe you're opening up a new business, or you want to buy a home and you're getting the help of family members to help you. This is a will you marry me energy. And when we have that with the Ace of Cups, you know, this could be a proposal of marriage. We have 2 proposals of marriage, okay, in the near future. So yeah, okay. But in all of that, what's up with the apathy? Why are you feeling apathetic about something, Pisces, right? Because you're going to experience this feeling of being unfulfilled. And only you're going to know the reason for that. You know, maybe is somebody from your past still in your energy field? Are you still feeling sad about a job or a position that you had once upon a time? Is it that you had just such a different vision of what your future was going to be? And even though it's all going really well in a good direction, there's something about it that you're not feeling very connected to, is what I'm getting here. As that's what happens with the 4 of Cups energy, right? It's the 4 of Cups is like, this is the thing though. When you're in the 4 of Cups energy, you have that checklist out and you're like, I don't like when they do A, B, and C. And I cannot stand when they do X, Y, and Z. Whether it's a relationship, a business, somebody in business, something to do with that new job, just like the energy of the new job where you're like, I don't like this, this, and this about it, right? And it makes perfect sense to you while you're identifying all of these things. But the reality is under that, it's poking at something much bigger in you. And you might not be as ready as you thought you were for this level of connection. And it could be because there's something that you're not looking at that you need that's not being given to you by the situation. So the big question here is with the Four of Cups energy is, Pisces, what do you really want? Really? Be open and honest about what do you really, really want? What do you want to do as a career? Who do you really want to be with? What do you want for yourself? You know, and you can't ignore it, because the thing with the Four of Cups is you can't act like you're okay in something. You can't, because there is this level of disappointment. So you really need to get under that and figure out whatever it is that you really, really want. Let go of what's not working for you, because this is going to be calling for you, you know. And the cups is an energy of emotion, right? It just is, right? So there could be this feeling, you know, you're emotionally, you're not feeling like you're getting everything that you're looking for. Now, the final outcome energy, we have the Four of Swords working with the Knight of Cups. So the Four of Swords is a retreat energy. It's resting. It's pressing the pause button. This is about renewal and solitude and recovery, right? But then we have it working with the Knight of Cups, which is interesting because this is like the Prince Charming energy, right? And the Knight of Cups is Aquarius and Pisces. This is, you know, somebody who wants to have a future with you, may be very quite different than the type of person that you would normally find yourself attracted to or go for. But you're in this space of just not, the Four of Swords is just, you know, learning the lessons from the past, right? Not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, leaving the stuff behind that doesn't serve you. But then we have this Knight of Cups energy. So for many of you, it could be you're emotionally in this pause space, but you're trying to very much get yourself back out there, right? And you might be, you know, really trying so hard to make that connection. You might be trying so hard to connect to that job, but you're still not kind of past what it was that you were doing and the path that you were supposed to be on. So, you know, it's going to resonate with each of you differently because this is a general reading. But then we have the Magician working with the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands energy is all about being very self-defensive, protecting against, could be competition, so particularly in the workplace, or competition could be in relationship, right? If you feel like you need to compete with somebody, like compete with somebody's kids or compete with somebody's family or their past, compete with somebody's past, you know, their ex or whatever. But regardless, it is this idea, right? Because it's Mars and Leo, it's this idea of needing to defend yourself and draw a line in the sand about what you want, need, and desire. And that's working with the Magician, which is all about Mercury. The Magician is a Mercury energy, and Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, right? So what happens here, right? The Magician is an alchemical energy, so it's a blending. So it's really a blending of the third and the sixth house energies, I like to say. So third house is communication, Gemini. It has to do with learning. It's because Gemini is the student, right? It also has to do with, it has to do with a lot. It has to do with siblings or, you know, short distance travel, signing the bottom line on things, right? Certainly it could be signing something that would end up impacting your day-to-day. So for some of you, if you are taking on some sort of new business venture, remember I mentioned before about things actually going quite well, right? Because of this minor grand trine, signing papers having to do with the business. So the Magician can be making that happen, but in the meantime, you feel like you need to defend yourself, like maybe argue about money, or you're having an argument about your role in something having to do with this job or this business arrangement. That could certainly be it, right? Where something is presented to you as really, really sweet, Knight of Cups energy, but you're in this space of really trying to you're in this energy of really trying to renew yourself right now, while you're dealing with this newness, this new thing that's being offered, and while you're dealing with the newness, you're in this space of defending yourself while you're trying to actually make the transition and the transaction happen. I hope that makes sense, because that's coming across very strong. So let's say that you want to buy a business, okay? Or let's say something like that. You're signing on the bottom line, third house energy, and that's going to end up affecting your day-to-day work environment, sixth house energy. The third house and the sixth house are ruled by Mercury, which is the magician energy. Does that make sense? Or you learning something in this third house energy about relationship that's going to end up improving the health, that would be the sixth house energy, of you within a relationship, right? But looking at where it is you feel the need to defend yourself. Now, there's not necessarily anything wrong with feeling the need to defend yourself if you're dealing with somebody who's actually listening to you, because then they're going to see the value in what you're feeling, and then there could be some resolution to that, right? And I feel like once you're communicating, why and how you feel defensive on a certain point, there's going to be really good communication that's going to incite change, and it's going to make a situation healthier, productive, better, right? That is that sixth house energy that works with the magician. I hope that makes sense, because it made perfect sense to me, but it was a lot. All right, so that's what I have for this portion of the reading. Now let's throw down some Lenormand, see what messages that system has for us right now. Lenormand, Pisces, remember, is different than traditional tarot. This is a completely different system altogether. It's a very old system, and they use completely different cards, and it is read very differently. Lily's just wanted to pop out, Pisces. Somebody who loves you, who's on the other side, is trying to get in touch with you. Pay attention to smells, synchronicities, songs, things coming up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Skaith, cutting it out. Let's pull the cards and then we'll go in. We get the bridge. Okay, we have communication. Positive communication coming in via internet, phone call, email. Okay, Ruby, strong foundation, can indicate love for some of you. If it has to do with a business, it indicates a strong foundation. Anchor, strong foundation as well. Sun, beautiful. Dice, taking a chance. Mask. And then we have the Venus woman. Okay. So, I see cutting off connection with somebody. Somebody that you've been, okay. So let me explain the bridge. The bridge could be meeting somebody halfway. So it could be communicating with somebody that you're actively communicating with right now, cutting that out. Or this also indicates meeting in the middle to actually sit down and sign some paperwork. Sign on the bottom line, that business agreement, that whatever it is, whatever you would need to sign, some sort of deal is going to be cut out. Okay? Yeah, some sort of deal is going to be cut out, but it's okay, because we have this positive communication that's going to be coming in that's going to incite a very strong foundation. The ruby is about strong foundation, but it has to do with doing something that you really love. So this can indicate marriage, engagement. It can indicate that. Communicating. I mean, to have this communication with the ruby and the anchor and then the sun is just, you're going to be having a conversation with somebody that's really going to be so positive for you, whether it's for your business or whether it's for relationship. But this is the thing. It's like there's history here. Because the ruby, there's history to the ruby. And the birds indicate somebody contacting you on social media, but it can also just be like snail mail, email, text message, phone call. But it being a positive conversation, positive news coming in. Somebody is thinking about you in a positive way, Pisces. There's positive energy here. But whatever ends up coming in, so this could even be like some sort of work situation. Like if this didn't work out, some other news coming in. So let's say if you're trying to sell a business or you're trying to make some sort of a business agreement, a deal falls through, a better one comes in. If somebody is really unhealthy that you're trying to communicate with now, you're like, I'm just cutting that off, but something new and better comes in here. And then when we have the sun, I like the sun here. The sun just gives a little caveat here of watch out for your ego. You always want to make sure of that, right? Whenever we have the sun. But the sun energy is about you having everything that you need to work something out. This is really beautiful. Whatever it is that you're getting into, doesn't mean it's going to be like that right away, but the energy is available for it to develop in a really, really beautiful way. So this is great as far as that goes. Now we have, though, the thing is, you're going to feel, Pisces, for some reason, you're going to be feeling two things. One, this is a big risk for you. You're going to be like, I don't know, because we have the dice. The dice is like, I'm not sure. Right, but you're going to be taking the chance. Now, what I see happening here, though, is we have the mask energy, and there's nothing wrong with the mask energy sometimes. The mask energy is about feeling one way inside and showing up very differently on the outside for a certain reason. Now, this could be because, especially if you're communicating with somebody from your past, and you guys are trying to figure things out, you might still be like feeling the waters a little bit. You know what I mean? Feeling it out. So you may be feeling more intensely and deeper and bigger inside than you're willing to show on the outside because you're just not sure. That's how the mask energy could come up. If this has to do with business, same thing. You know you're taking a chance. You're going to be doing something scared. You're not going to walk in there and say, oh my God, I'm so scared of all of this, whatever. No, you're going to go in and you're going to put the face on. You're going to be confident and you're going to try to, be the best version of yourself to be successful in something. So I see this going really, really well because we have the Venus woman, okay? Venus is one of the money energies. It's also a focus on things that we value. It's a focus on love. It's a focus on a love that makes us feel really good about ourselves. It's everything that we value. Now, if you're a female Pisces, this is you looking out at your future and it being super positive. If you are a male Pisces, this is a female in your life that's going to be able to bring you this happiness and success that you're really looking for in relationship. If this doesn't have anything to do with relationship, this female could be any prominent female in your life that has to do with this transaction and this person being a very beneficial addition to your life, to energetically, even if you're not at all involved with this person in any other way other than business. It's whatever it is that they could bring to you, offer to you. Maybe it's resources, maybe it's just good advice. Maybe they're a business partner for you. Whatever it is, it's going to go really, really well. So I'm loving that. I'm loving that for you guys. So good. Good. Let's see what the astro dice say. Okay, we have Saturn, we have Libra, and we have the second house. Yeah, again, second house. It's all about money for you guys. I'm telling you, so much about money right now for you guys. And I just feel like, that has just... So you've been going through it, right? Because we just had the Saturn square Mars retrograde. You had it between your goals and wishes and your house of money. So there's a lot of focus on money here. And then we have Libra, and Libra is the seventh house of partnership. So definitely a lot of energy surrounding partnerships. And then we have Saturn, which is all about work, right? Saturn rules the 10th house of work. But Saturn also rules age and karma and things from the past. So I keep going back to the fact that I think you might meet a new energy, but you're feeling very apathetic, though, about somebody from your past, and you may end up, and I know a lot of you are going to tell me, like, no, you don't have to go back to anybody from your past if you don't want to, just because I'm telling you what the energy is telling me. It's, and it may not resonate with you like that. It may just have to do with the job, but there is something having to do with the past here. But you putting that hard work in and it being something that you end up valuing very, very highly. So really beautiful energy. Now, last card, let's pull an astro card to see What part of the sky you need to tap into inside of your own self. The sky inside your own self, Pisces, to help you through this first week. Sagittarius, very nice. The Voyager, beautiful. I like Sagittarius. It's ruled by Jupiter. It's about luck and expansion. This is like an enthusiastic and an independent. Really taking a risk though, right? It's definitely a risk-taking energy, and we have this with the dice. So I do like that. This is about your belief system and just taking a chance here, being generous, right? Being generous. Just be careful that you're not tactless. Be careful that you don't come off as being self-righteous. Just be careful with that. We all have a shadow manifestation of every sign within us. So just be careful. Be the happy-go-lucky Sagittarius, the adventurous one, the honest one, the generous one, enthusiastic and philosophical, okay? Anyway, guys, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time for the deep love read for the first 2 weeks of October. All right, you take care until then. Bye-bye.